welcome to another moto vlog here on your favorite channel. My name is, if you are first time here, my name is Filip. I'm a biker from Serbia and this is my Benelli TNT. And today we are talking about 5 things I love on this bike. So let's cue the intro and start. So, like I said, we are talking about this bike and all the things I love on my Benelli. There are 1,000 little things that I love, like this flip-up key that is just amazingly designed, or the eccentric chain adjuster on the back that looks amazing when you look the bike straight from the back. But today we are concentrating on the big stuff. And the first big stuff that I love on this bike, of course, it's his striking design. From the headlight to the side mounted radiators to this beautiful tank with all these lines and edges, to the rear seat cowl. I love every bit of this bike. It is just amazing. This bike is designed back in 2004. 2004, guys, that is 16 years ago, and it still looks amazing, it still looks futuristic, and it still looks better than 50% of the naked bikes on the market. To put that in perspective, I will put on the screen the Kawasaki Z1000 from 2004. Yeah, you see the difference. It's ugly bike, and this bike it's still relevant even 16 years later. So it is very beautiful bike. The internet doesn't do justice for this bike. It is very beautiful, it is very tiny, and it looks very nice in person. The next big thing I love on this bike, it is the engine. This bike have engine for days. It is 3-cylinder, it have 140 horsepower and 110 Newton meters of torque, and the torque it is just brutal on this bike. No matter what gear you up, you just pull the throttle and you go. Just it doesn't matter, third, fourth gear, it doesn't matter, just pull the throttle and this bike goes. First gear, second gear, third gear, this bike wants to wheelie. This bike wants to wheelie. The engine is the crown jewel of this bike. The next thing I love, it is maybe a little bit subjective. It is undertail exhaust on this bike. I am sucker for undertail exhaust, and I always love that design. All my previous bikes, I always have undertail exhaust, like my Kawasaki ZX6R or my Ducati A48. They all have undertail exhaust, and I love it. I understand that maybe to some people it is look a little outdated, but for me it is very beautiful and nice. While we are on the topic of the exhaust, the next thing I love on this bike, it is sound. This bike have a very beautiful sound. Like I said, like for the looks, there is no mic that can do justice on this bike sound, especially on my bike that is basically straight piped from the headers to the back. It's just straight pipe. So the sound is very nice. It is very, let me show you. It is a very beautiful sound. It is like MT-09, because that Yamaha is also 3-cylinder, and I love the sound on this bike. I really love it. The next thing that I love on this bike, and it is once again very subjective, because I love rear seat cowls on any bike. I think that any bike looks way better when it have a rear seat cowl on the back. but especially on Benelli TNT, the rear seat cover looks amazing. I never see the seat cover that looks like that. It is beautiful. It is a bit pricey. I pay for that piece about 250 bucks plus shipping, but it is worth it. If you have a Benelli TNT, invest in rear seat cover. It will complete the bike totally. Once again, it is a little bit subjective. Some people doesn't love rear seat cover, but I don't have a billion very often. I don't need a rear seat. I remove the rear passenger pegs as well. So the rear seat cover is a must-have piece if you have Benelli TNT 1130 or 899. So guys, that will be all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And if you want to see more videos like this, more motovlogs like this, where I'm talking about my bikes, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. It would help me a lot in fight against YouTube algorithm. There's a fucking police there. Like I said, thank you once again, and please stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.